Hello again, friends and loyal WulffPack members. Chaos Wolf here, and welcome back to Into the Black. The series we're going to explore the universe of Elite Dangerous. We're just going to have a look around and what this place has to offer. We're here with Commander Mal Reynolds, and we're on our way to the Omega Nebula. But we've actually spotted something in this system. We've got what look like a pair of water worlds. Now, we're going to go and have a look at these and go and see if they are indeed. Well, to be perfectly honest, I'm 99% certain that they are. Because I've been out here often enough to know what these planets are when I look at them. Now, this one is definitely going to be a water world, and so is this one. This one has a small chance of being an Earth-like, but I seriously doubt it. Not with that appearance. That is definitely going to be a water world. But this is definitely a water world. Because I used to think that these were high metal contents, potentially, but they're not. They are, in fact, water worlds. And we'll find out now. Exactly perfectly. Well, we'll know 100% one way or the other after we finish scanning, is what I meant. So we'll get closer, we'll finish scanning this one, and then we will scan its twin, because as we can see, these are actually orbiting very, very close to each other. There we go, Anarchy Water World. Then again, of course, it's going to be Anarchy. We're about 5,000 light years away from the core. Well, not from the core, from the bubble, I should say. The core is, we're a little bit further away from the core. And there we go, another water world. So we'll get a bit of a closer look at this one. And here it is. Yep, we can tell way better when we actually get close up to it that this is in fact just a water world. I mean, just look at it. It's got two big Arctic poles. We've got some storms by the look of it. There's potentially a little bit of land, but I doubt it seriously. Here we go, having a look at the other water world here. Much smaller poles, actually, but I suspect so, because this looks like it might be a bit of a greenhouse world. We can see the water, the blue water underneath, but then the colours seem to get muted out to browns through the atmosphere. Now, let's have a look at it in the system map. Now, look, oh, wow. This one is, in fact, a candidate for terraforming, and I'm hoping this one is as well. Yes, they are. Both are candidates for terraforming, which means these two are going to be worth a pretty penny. Ooh, I'm not complaining at all about that. We can see, though, we do have two landable planets in the system, and I wonder, that one's 14 Earth masses. That's going to be about 2 to 3 times Earth gravity, maybe? I don't know. Let's go and see. How far away is that? It's a couple of thousand light seconds out. And that is definitely just a rocky world, or a rocky, icy world. We'll travel over, we'll have a quick look, and we'll see what kind of gravity that's going to be. Because for just over 14 Earth masses, I'm rather curious as to how big or how strong the gravity is going to be there. It's very rare you find planets with stupidly strong gravity. I mean, the strongest gravity I've come across is close to 7 Gs, and that's on Achenar 3. Well, I guess we'll find out what the gravity is on here as soon as we finish scanning. And after we've scanned this, we might as well go and start scanning the local star as well. There we go, we've got the detailed scans of that planet. So whilst we're scanning the star, let's go and find out what exactly they are. Okay, so 14, little over 14 in the third, actually no, just under 14 in the third Earth masses. We've got a gravity of 1.86. So wow, we really need to come across some really huge or some seriously dense planets in order to get some seriously high gravities, such as with Achenar 3. Now, I have heard tell of a planet somewhere in game with over 20 Gs worth of gravity. Not sure if that's actually real or not. But, like I said, the only one that I know of for definite is Achenar 3. It is a permit-locked system, though. I think it's an alliance permit system. I'm not 100% certain. But there we go. We've got the local star. We haven't... Actually, we've got one of the local stars. We haven't got the main local star. So let's turn around and see if we can scan that before jumping off to the next system. There's currently about 30 jumps. There we go. We can actually scan it from where we are. because we're currently about exactly 30 jumps away from the Omega Nebula. Now, unfortunately, the next system isn't quite as interesting as the previous system. But that's fine, because we don't really have to go and stop and look at things. Let's have a quick look again. I mean, it looks like we've got a couple of potentially, or 3 potential high metal contents. The rest look either rocky or icy. I'm not really too interested in these. Now, I know there's a big divide amongst the Elite Dangerous exploration community. There's those that think that exploration means you have to go and look at absolutely everything in minute detail, and those that just want to get from A to B and get paid. I used to be in the first of these two categories, but now I just like to get to where I'm going. If I see something exceptionally amazing, I will go and take a look at it, but I'm not overly fussed otherwise. Well, let's go and scan this main star, get our fuel scooping. There we go, we've got a scan of the system. Again, very similar to the previous system. Not a lot in these ones, although none of these have actually been explored, so we are actually going to be getting names on this system. So, you know what, let's actually go and scan a few things. Might as well. We might come and discover some... Well, we may find some terraformable worlds, although I seriously doubt it. This is a high metal content world. Whether or not it's going to be terraformable is another issue. I seriously doubt it. No, it isn't. But that's fine. I may go and actually scan this whole system in order to go and get my name on Mel's name on everything. I don't know. Might do. It's the first completely pristine system that we've found so far. So, you know what? Why the hell not? I also think it's the first one we've found. I really don't remember. Not sure. Really can't remember at all. Alrighty, so far we've managed to get the main star and all of the bodies scanned and the moons up to here. We're currently travelling over to this last one here, but we've got about 8,000 light seconds left to go. Is it? Yeah, we just went down to 7,000 something. And then we've got this one to go to as well. But I don't know how far down this is, or how far away from the main star this is actually going to be. So whilst we're moving, let's actually go and have a look over here. Wow, 123,000 light seconds. You know, we're just going to scan all the stuff. This will be the last one we're going to scan in this system. Because I don't want to be sitting around all day just scanning this system. I want to make a bit more progress towards our next nebula. So that's what we're going to go and do. But yes. You know what, guys? There's actually been a bit more news coming out of the Elite Dangerous community these recent days as well. That we're going to be having, in 2.4, we're going to be getting 9 new engineers. Yes, wow. Now, my theory on this is that we're actually going to get each of these engineers are going to have 1 or 2 of the new Thargoid combating modules to go and engineer, and then a selection of other human technology weapons or modules to go and modify. But potentially they may have more kind of Thargoid themed modifications rather than anything else. I don't know. But I suspect we're not going to get them all at once, because 2.4 is going to be released bit by bit. I'm probably going to end up doing a dedicated video on this topic, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go into that too in detail today. I'm just wondering what your thoughts are on the matter, because I'm really curious as to what we're going to be getting in 2.4. And speaking about 2.4, I'm actually looking forward to finding out what we're going to end up with after 2.4. Now, we're going to be finding out about stuff that's, well, a lot of content. I hope at least a lot of content. Or at least some content about what we're going to be seeing after 2.4 when, well, basically at the Frontier Expo later this year. Now, I am going to be going to the Frontier Expo. I'm actually Going to be going there, and that's going to be awesome. Hopefully, we meet a bunch of you guys there. But if you're not there, don't worry about it. I'm going to be taking the video camera, and I am going to be making a video on this. Because I can't really pass up going to the Frontier Expo. It's been the first Frontier Expo ever, and I really want to go and see what it's going to be. I'm also going to be streaming from the event. Not sure when or by how long, but I'll let you know as soon as all this information becomes available to me. But there we go. That is the last of the celestial bodies we're scanning in this system. And we're moving on. You can see our destination in the distance there. But we've scanned everything here. Now, nothing is all that interesting. We've got a ice world, ice, and one high metal content. So that's great. We've got at least one high metal content. Everything else is icy, but at least we've got Mel's name on them. So when people come to this system in the future, you're going to be able to see, for posterity's purpose, discovered by Commander Mal Reynolds. So yeah, that's cool. And another system, but judging by this M class that we're currently scooping from, and I'm pretty certain this is an M class. I mean, let's have a look. Doop. Yep, M class. Yeah, nothing really interesting. We'll probably go and scan this one. But we'll do that as soon... Yeah, there we go. We've actually done it now. As soon as we finish the scan on the main star. But this is 8,000 light seconds out. I mean, oof. That's a good distance out. 4 new astronomical objects. How far are the rest of the planets and stuff? 40,000. You know what? Not too fussed about the others. We'll potentially go and try and scan this. Actually, you know what? I can't be bothered. Because it's only a gas giant. I mean, we may find life on it, but it's not really all that interesting. And I don't think we're going to get that much for it. So let's just move on and see if we can find something a little bit more blue. Because that's really all I really want to stop for, is things that are blue. And considering that we've got our route planner set, I think we've got the route planner set to only going to scoopable stars wherever we can. I mean, occasionally we are going to come up against stars that are non-scoopable. This looks like potentially another M class, maybe not. It might be something a little bit hotter than that. But it does look like an M class once again. So, not much in this system. But am I right? Is it another M class? It is, in fact, another M class. And both of these have been discovered previously. So that's finished. Let's go and find where our next destination is. It's on the opposing side. So let's go to the opposite side. Let's basically just get out the way of the star, because we don't want to go and stay in the corona too long, because we don't want to overheat. We've already done that once, and we've lost some integrity on our modules. Thankfully, our power plant is still virtually fine, because we don't actually have a autofield maintenance unit. I don't think we do. Pretty sure we don't. Yeah, no, we don't. So we want to keep this ship as intact as possible. Now, what I'm thinking of doing is basically just doing another couple of videos in this particular part of the Into the Black. Basically getting to and exploring around the nebula. And then after the nebula, what we're going to do is we are going to go and potentially just do some streams and a couple of videos getting back. Now, as soon as we get back, what we are going to be doing is unlocking basically, I think, Alvida Martuk or Felicity Farseer. Probably Farseer, because we'd be able to get some better modifications out of her. But either way, all we really want is... Oh, wait a sec. I haven't scanned the star or the system. But I don't need to go and sit in the corona now. There we go. 2 objects here. Let's scan that and have a look at else what we got. Probably another... Oh, it's a star and a pink planet. And that's 5,000 light seconds out. So I don't think I'm going to bother with that. But actually, everything here is undiscovered. So what have we got with our distances? 5,000? Yeah, sod it. It's undiscovered. We'll go and get our names on it, and we'll probably go and try and scan the other star as well. Now, like I was saying, we're going to do a couple more videos in this particular section of this series. And then we're going to try and rush back to the bubble as quick as we can. Because we want to go and get back and unlock one of the engineers. We're probably going to try and go for one or the other. I'm not sure which one. We'll have to see. Because I think, if I remember rightly, we'll have a look over here. View engineers. Yeah, we've currently only got Elvira Martuk. We don't have Felicity Farseer available, because for her we need to get to Scout. So it looks like we are going to have to go and unlock Elvira Martuk, because the plan is to actually go and sell our exploration data to one of these two. To either Farseer or what's it. So what we're having to do is sell it to this one, and that will actually go and unlock Felicity Farseer for us. So we'll end up getting two of them. But this is weird. We've only got one engineer unlocked, and that's because we've actually gone and travelled 300 light years from our starting system. Yeah, career start location. Now, we've got Liz Ryder, but we always know about Liz Ryder, but we need to go and make friends with her faction. Felicity Farseer, as we said, we need to go and get Scout rank. The Dweller, we've got to go and do some black markets. We haven't done any. So, yeah, and Todd the Blaster, we've gone and done no bounty vouchers at all, because this was a brand new account before we left. So, yeah, it looks like we're going to have go and have 3 Soontil relics to go and get, and then go and unlock, what's-her-face, Elvira Martuk. And once we go and unlock Elvira Martuk, we can go and start selling our exploration data to her. This should knock us up to Scout rank, which will then allow us to go and get Felicity Farseer. Now, hopefully, selling all the data that we get from this little trip to these 3 nebulae is going to go and get us up to both grade 5 and around about between 10 and 15 million credits worth of assets, because that is what we want. Because we're going to go and buy a nice little ship, set it up for exploration, and hopefully that's all we're going to really need. And there we go, we got that. Oh, wait, no, all the way this way, so we got that planet scanned. Let's head over this way. I probably should have gone and had a bit of a look at that planet, but we'll have a look at a couple of other ones. We'll have a look at some other ones if we find something of interest. But yeah, we'll just head over here, scan this planet, and see what we get. Because looking where we're going, you can see that we've still got a good long way to go until we get here. Now what I'm thinking, after we go and get our next ship, and after we upgrade it, unlock it, well, unlock the engineer and upgrade said ship, we'll go and potentially jump over to Colonia and then maybe Sagittarius A. And then after that, maybe we'll head over to Beagle Point, somewhere over here. We'll see. And because if you can see as well, there's a bunch of nebulae over here as well. So we can go and explore a bunch of these, because you can see loads of them. Maybe we can go and get Mel's name on a bunch of these and go and basically have a look, do our own little distant worlds thing, and actually see Sag A in the centre of the universe. Because it's actually back this way, up here. You see it's lagging out the galaxy map no end right now. Now, where it was Sagittarius A? It's this way, a little bit down. I can still see it. There it is, Sagittarius A star. There we go. Absolute centre of the galaxy. Supermassive black hole. We'll have to go over there, because that's going to give us about 600,000 credits just for scanning that. And we can't pass up that kind of money. So yeah, we can go to Sagittarius A and then potentially out to the complete opposite end of the space. And then maybe follow one of the arms back or something. I don't know. We'll go and do a lot of different things. There's a lot of nebula as well. Like, just look here. There's about 20 or so around this area that we can go and explore. And then another 15, 20 here. Just loads of them. This aerospace seems to be really heavily populated with them. So yeah, I think that's a good thing to go and do in the future. But right now, we just want to go and get to these specific little places and go and, well, basically we just want to go and scan these particular bodies in this system. As you can see, we're about 30,000 light seconds still away. But then we also want to go and get to the nebula and then just get back. But the great thing about having a larger ship where we're going to be having both an SRV and a auto field maintenance unit means that we're going to be able to go and start making use of the neutron highway a lot more, because we're going to be able to replenish the auto field maintenance unit whenever we need to repair the frameshift drive, because using neutron stars really does kill. It damages your frameshift drive every time you use them, so that's what we're going to be doing. And wow, this feels like we're going so slowly towards this thing. I guess we'll have to go and just skip forward a little, aren't we? And here we go, finally close enough to actually go and scan this second star. There we go, brown dwarf, L-class. Not hot enough to go and scoop from. But oh well, at the very least we've gone and gotten our name on the whole system. And I really like the fact that we've done that. Because the last system was a little bit too big to go and do this for the whole system. But now we've got the pink planet. We got the main star and a little brown dwarf sitting off to the side of it. So that's nice. We've got a little waypoint on the way to the middle of nowhere. Ooh, this is looking a little bit more promising. This looks like maybe an F or a G class star. So we'll get our fuel scooping. Let's have a look. Yes, it's an F class. We've got a bunch of landable planets. One here that looks like it may potentially be terraformable. Fuel scooping's finished. We'll go. There we go. We've finished that one. So let's head over this way. We'll have a look at a scan of that one. Now, it is possible that planets without atmosphere could potentially be terraformable as well. I don't see how that's possible, but it is, in fact... apparently, it has actually happened in the game. There are some screenshots floating about, like Reddit, all the forums that actually go and prove this. But that's weird. Because how can you terraform a planet that has no atmosphere unless you actually go and physically give the planet an atmosphere? But, not sure. And I really do like having the big cluster of stars over there. That looks really nice. But we'll go and scan this one, see if this is terraformable. I mean, it's a good distance away. Looks like it's about 10 or so light minutes away. It was about 700-800 light seconds out. So it's a good possibility that it could potentially be in the Goldilocks zone. Basically, the Goldilocks zone being the area where liquid water is available on a planet. But let's go and see. Here we go, getting the scan going. What is this actually going to go and be? Oh, I know it's going to be. It's going to be a high metal content world. I have no doubt about that. But I'm more curious about whether it's going to be terraformable. There we go, high metal content world. Is it terraformable? No, it isn't. But oh well, not overly worried. Let's go and move on. See you later, little planet. Bye-bye. I just see it in the distance there. Cool. I sounded a bit surprised because I actually thought it was going to be smaller than that. We were going to be further away, so we couldn't see it physically with the naked eye. But, there we go. Oh well. Moving onward. We'll have a look at what's in this particular system, and then we'll probably go and think about what... Right, we'll go and get ourselves scooped up again and see what we got in this system. Again, nothing really all that interesting. But, oh well, at the very least, we're going to go and get us... Oops. And I completely forgot that I was actually scanning this star. So we'll finish the scan and then we will move on. There we go, finished with the scan. Let's go and move. But anyway, I think that's basically enough. Anyway, I think that's it for this video. I do hope you guys have enjoyed it. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't. Neither of those good enough for you, that's what the comments are for. You can also come and join our community on Facebook or in Nara. Links are going to be in the video description. I've been Commander Chaos Wolf from Sci-Fi Gaming. You guys, as always, have been epic. I will see you soon. Until next time, my fellow commanders, keep flying and stay shiny.